Google Search Basics on seniorgeek.net this time. How are you? We are looking at a virtual representation here of the number of websites that are out there as we are recording this. This is a virtual number because it's based on algorithms, not on real time, but it gives you an idea of how many folks are out there looking for attention. 1.317 plus billion websites out there. And how do most of us get around? How do most of us find these folks who are looking for attention? We use Google more often than not. I'm using Google Chrome here as well to demonstrate. Now, back in the day, and we're speaking in relative terms here when it comes to the web, when you opened a new tab, and when I refer to tabs, it's the various tabs you can see at the top here where you can open new browsing tabs in your browser. When you opened a new tab in Google Chrome, if Google Search is your search engine of choice, which more often than not it is in Chrome, it would open a search field here. And back in the old days, quote unquote, you would type an expression in this search field and the results would then appear, the results for whatever you're looking for. However, as you saw, the moment I typed a single letter, and it's defaulting to the word Gorgonzola because this is what I was looking for a few moments ago. The word appears in what is my address bar at the top of my browser. So this is where you begin searches these days now. Google brings in their famous little tab and field just for effect, because this is where you begin an expression search in Google now. So if I click enter simply with the word Gorgonzola in my address bar, it displays, Google does, the results, the 16.9 million results fetched in 0.46 seconds for Gorgonzola. Still boggles the mind, doesn't it? Now look what happens here. The search bar reappears. It is now a search bar and a search bar only. What it really wasn't, kinda, in its original form in the tab here. Let's go back to the tab. See, you recall when that disappeared? It is now there and it will stay there as a search bar. What you see in your address bar at the top is a technical, essentially, address or a technical response from Google, in this case google.ca, for the search for Gorgonzola. Your address bar, and I just highlighted all of the characters in the address bar here simply by clicking on anywhere in the area here. You can delete these characters simply by pressing your backspace key. We'll try that again. Highlight by one click. You can delete with your backspace key, or you can right-click at all times and click delete. But backspace key is the easiest way to do it. There goes the characters. Again, if I type Gorgonzola, I'll take the .com off for a moment. I'll explain that in a second. And do return, it will perform a Google search again. So these two fields double up. They do essentially the same thing when it comes to searching for single expressions. However, this, being your address bar, will take you to other websites should you type a full address. In this case, let's type gorgonzola.com, and we'll explore domains and related matters in another video, but you know that gorgonzola.com would be the address of a website. So if you type that in and press enter, it will take you to gorgonzola.com, where you see a happy-looking Italian fellow with a beard about to stick some gorgonzola into his pie hole. So this is what all of this is about. Now, it's a little confusing, but this is how it functions now. So you can essentially bypass this entire screen. This just shows up for show. And what it also does is it keeps track of the last few websites you visited here. Every time you open this particular bar, this particular tab, I should say, on the bars below, you'll see here, and I tried to visit gorgonzola.net earlier, and it kept track of that. So you'll see the various websites that you visit during the day or over an hour or two appear on these new tabs. But that's just a feature that you can use or not. But you can disregard this entire field these days now. These days, I say, because things have changed, and simply type your search expression directly in the address bar. And don't forget now that both of these bars serve the same function when it comes to searching for simple expressions like Gorgonzola. They'll do the same thing. But if you want to visit a website, you'll have to type a full address at the top. If you type an address here, gorgonzola.com, this will search only. This will do a search for websites and web pages that contain the word or words or expression gorgonzola.com. All right? We'll have more on Google search and domains, and maybe more on Gorgonzola in a later edition. See you next time.